guys, it's Brian, and I'm playing some Project Cars, and this is a new game. I think it comes out next week in North America, and I think it's out in other parts of the world already. But I'm going to just start up a quick race here on the California highway, and then with the car selection, and there's a lot of cars and tracks you can choose from in this game, but I'm going to choose a Ford, because that is a American-built car. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's a trophy called Eastbound and Down, which, by the way, is one of my favorite television programs. And that trophy actually will pop if you complete the California highway with a US-built car in under 9 minutes. Now, I have just one other racer here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I suck at racing games. This was published by Bandai Namco, developed by Slightly Mad Studios. And Bandai Namco was very kind in supplying me with a copy of this game. They just didn't know that I suck at these racing simulator games. So I'm just giving it a shot here. I played a couple races previous to this. I did a online race where I finished, I think, 8 out of 16, which for me is pretty good. I did have a run-in with another online driver, and kind of pushed me off the track, and once that happens you can get pretty far behind and it's hard to catch up. But depending on whose story you listen to, I think it was his fault. But nonetheless, here I am in the California highway, trying to just follow the racing line here. There's a lot of different settings. When you start up the game, you can choose beginner, amateur, or pro level. I chose the middle one, amateur, and it allows me to have this kind of racing line, these arrows, which will tell me the line I should take and the speed in which I should be covering it. So that's the only reason I'm able to really complete this race in under 9 minutes. But I figured I'd just kind of take a little drive out here, let you guys kind of get a sense of the game. This probably isn't my favorite car, the Cockpit View, which is my favorite view. Of course, you have multiple views in which you can select. This is probably the one I prefer. I just have an easier time in this view. But this car doesn't provide me with a whole lot of openness, so it's kind of a limited field of view here. But we're going to try to complete this in 9 minutes, under 9 minutes. And you can see on the bottom left, it says L 16%. That's how far into the race I am, at 17%. You can see the total race time just up and right of that. So I'm at 2 minutes and only 18% into this race. So I'm a little concerned with time at this point in the race. Now I'm not recording this commentary live just because as much as I suck at these games, I needed all my focus on these arrows on the road. I am in first place, so I don't imagine I'm going to lose this race with just this one other driver. Provided as long as I don't crash. I'm hoping I have enough time if this car is, of course, fast enough. Now there's also a career mode. You can enter many different events. There's different types of events. I'm currently starting off kind of in the beginner stage, and that's with kart racing. Go-karts are kind of more my my style. I'm much better at those, and they're much quicker and shorter races. You can earn a bunch of different accolades. It's a lot. It's a very full-featured game. There's a lot of different things you can do in this game. Of course, there's time of day, there's weather, there is many different options. If you're a beginner player such as myself and not really good at racing games, you can turn on a lot of different driving assists. You can turn off wear and tear on tires. You can make it so damage is just cosmetic only, which is what I do. Otherwise I probably wouldn't make it out of the first turn out of a lot of races. Ooh, turned on the windshield wipers accidentally. Let me see if I can turn this off. And kind of losing control of my my car at this point in the race. Well, I'm hoping that doesn't cost me. It doesn't look like it's going to, although I'm almost 4 minutes into this race and only 34%, so finishing this under 9 minutes. I know at this point I was quite concerned. although you don't have much time to actually look at the bottom corner of the screen, just because you take your eye off the road for just a second, bad things are bound to happen. So if you are a not very good at these racing games, it will allow you to kind of jump into a simulator such as this and not be completely horrible. You can, of course, if you're a veteran of these types of games and love these types of games, obviously you can do a more realistic setup. In any case, the driving and handling is completely realistic. I know in some of my practice runs, and I very often would just go sliding off a road, heading into a corner too fast. There is a lot of braking, especially on this run here. I'm hitting the brake more often than not. Alright, so we are just over the 5-minute mark here, and we're almost 50% into this race. It looks like we've got a nice long straightaway here, so we can kind of get up to speed, and hopefully that is going to cut down some of the time here. Now, there's also a lot of customizations you can go and tune your car. I went to that screen. I didn't know what any of that shit meant, but there's a lot of different adjustments you can do to tuning your car. So if you like to get kind of that hands-on mechanic approach, certainly go into that. I guarantee I probably won't touch that at all unless someone posts a guide somewhere telling me how to make my car faster. I'll have to consult other YouTubers probably for that, or different various forums. But in my short time, I played a couple hours. I really do like this game. Visually, it's really impressive. It's very realistic. The driving definitely feels very good. If you make a mistake, the game is going to penalize you for that. It's not very forgiving. Of course, if you have this lane assist here, it does make it a little easier for someone such as myself. But here we go. We're about 6.5 of 70%. And I did really enjoy my short time playing online. I haven't won any races yet. There's a trophy for winning 3 races in a row, I think without causing any major collisions. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I probably can set up a race online, maybe with one other person. Probably get someone to jump into a lobby with a bunch of AI cars. I think you can do that, set to beginner. There's a lot of different ways you can set up an event. This is definitely a beautiful run. I don't know how many tracks there are in the game. I probably ran about 5 or 6. Definitely a lot of variety between them. A lot of different types. You have circuit events. You have point-to-point races. A lot of different things. A lot of different customizations within different race tracks themselves. We got about 1.5 minutes left, and we got to get this last 14%. We got a nice open straightaway here, so it looks like we're going to maybe cut this close, but I think we're going to be able to do this. So if you guys are looking for a racing simulator, definitely highly recommend this. It's really good. I never played much with the Gran Turismo game, so I really can't compare it to that. I think we're all waiting kind of for a next-gen Gran Turismo game. So I would say currently at this time, this is probably the best option out there. So assuming I finish this here, and then, which looks like I'm going to easily do, I will get the Eastbound and Down trophy. I'm hoping Kenny Powers pops up on the screen. Highly doubt that's going to happen. There we go. Hey, we won. Alright, so I want to thank you guys for watching. Just kind of rambled on for a little bit here. But I definitely recommend the game. I'm enjoying it, and I hope to see you guys on the track soon.